Okay folks, this should be the last demo for the day. This will be a challenging one. I don't know how this one's going to play out. This will be difficult. I don't know what to do with it folks, but I'm going to give it a try. Something different, hopefully something interesting will come of this. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have here Vogue Living. I call it On Trend Living. Vogue Living. So we've got this, and we're going to utilise. Got this picture here, this advert, I think it is. And we're interested in this picture here, this light fitting. Looks interesting. And just put it up in the corner. Hold it down nice and flat. Hopefully that'll come up a treat. Yeah, that's come up looking really quite fascinating actually. It's wishy-washy, but it looks really quite interesting. Looks really wishy-washy. Gonna make this into a movement piece. I'm gonna darken it a bit. I don't normally like doing movement pieces off. Oh, I do sometimes do movement pieces. Oh, of course I do lots of movement pieces, but not like this. Not this sort of manner. I usually mostly do double page pieces with movement rather than single. This looks shit house, folks. It does. It's really difficult trying to just take a corner out of a piece of paper and out of a piece of image. So I'm just going to try again, do it a different way. Yeah, looks interesting, but it's not quite what I'm after, or maybe it is. Gonna do something interesting with this one, folks. We'll leave it open just in case. just in case I want to try a new one. This is what we're utilising, folks. Yeah, looks interesting. I wasn't expecting the chandelier bits to blend in so much. I wasn't expecting that at all, folks. Looks shit house. Looks shit, folks. I don't like it. I don't like the way it's blended. I was expecting this to be more like a black and white image, not a fucking colour image. And it's just fucking blended like nobody's shit. I fucking hate it, folks. I fucking hate it. I hate it when blendiness happens, but we all know, folks, photocopier art is indeed a hit and miss affair. It's very difficult trying to predict how something's going to work, if it works. It's a very, people think machine art is easy, but it isn't always, folks. And this is experimental stuff that I'm trying to do on camera, trying to knock something up creatively from scratch here on film, or should I say on digital media, on my phone, folks. And it's difficult. It's really difficult trying to make something happen, something really interesting happen. And it really is. You get the shits easily, because I'm an artist, and being an artist, you're often your worst critic. You're often your worst fucking critic, folks, when you're an artist. You don't treat yourself with as much respect sometimes. Sometimes you treat yourself with a sense of, you just don't like what you've created, and you wish you could have done it differently. And that's what happens when you do it on video like this, on demand, is basically you want to do something really nice, and you want to perform as best as you can, and it's really hard when the material isn't as easy to work with as you'd like it to be. So, really, it's difficult, folks. I'm going to do some, maybe not just concentrate on the chandelier that's in the picture. I'm going to try and maybe concentrate on more of it. I'm going to take off 200%. I'm going to maybe run it at 141.4. Gonna maybe make it map mode. That turned up shit, I'm sure. Couldn't get it to move properly. It was caught on something. Yeah, that's come up looking really quite interesting. I think we could probably make that into a marbled effect. See, gonna keep it on that. Yeah, looks interesting. Which one are we going to utilise? This one. Going to maybe make it into a marbled piece and see what we can get out of it, folks. I'm going to take a punt and close the book, or the magazine, should I say, and see if I can get something out of this piece. Looks like the map mode has made it more well defined. Yeah, that's come up looking really quite interesting. Gonna maybe concentrate on the writing. That looks really promising. Yeah, I'm trying to control something that's essentially difficult to control. Movement. Movement is very hard to control. It's a piece of photocopier art technique that is really, really challenging. It's always challenging, folks, pretty much. It's an extremely challenging thing to do. I'm going to utilise this. This looks quite interesting, however minimalist in part that it is. I'm really missing my partner Luigi, and I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news as a photocopier artist to get recognised as well as find my partner. I really miss my friend. He's a friend of mine as well as a partner, and I'm trying to get in touch with him and I can't. So I'm trying to rely on the Channel 9's 6 o'clock news to get me out there. So yeah, it's really important that I get in touch with this person because my life is dependent on it. I can't live alone much longer. It gets very cold in this unit, very lonely and desolate. I don't feel a sense of warmth in here. It's not just about the temperature, it's about the feeling of the place. It's not my spiritual home. I don't feel a sense of homeliness. I'm just grateful that I'm not living on the street, folks. At least I'm not on the street. At least I'm not out in the cold and in the wet, trying to find a place to sit, trying to find a place to sleep, when you're always being told that you can't sleep here and you can't sleep there and you can't sleep here and you can't sleep there. All the time. I know I had a stint of being homeless myself. And it's really difficult, folks. Really, really fucking hard. And you just... I ended up sleeping rough on one night with some girls. And even though I was with some girls, I was being sexually harassed by some male who was trying to proposition me for sex. It's really dangerous being a female when you're homeless. And I was with these girls and I was still being harassed. The guy obviously knew I was still awake and he was just constantly at me, and I did catch him on video, but the video I erased the video. I don't know where it went to. I just lost the video footage. I wish I could have kept it because it would have been an interesting expose on just how dangerous it is, especially as you're a woman living on the street. So I wish I had kept that recording. I wish I had enough storage to put it in, because it went for like half an hour or so. That was back in 2012. And it's not fun, folks. So I'm grateful I'm not on the street. At least I'm not on the fucking street. That's the good thing. And that's it. I think we can now call this demo quits.